Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All that time. No one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
He seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now.
Marshawn
Lattimore's gone, so the defense, like we're not getting any better.
To the left, got the edge and grind. We break it all
Get it into
down
Smith.
like
What a pass! That's it! Danielle Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
We roar from the base to the backfield floor. No filters, no fake control. We
So really, like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks in the season. You're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by it.
HG on deck, stats loaded and primed. Reading the field.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting. Come on. Give us the freaking one.
Breaking down ball like a heat wave blade.
Oh, let's go! Oh, no. For the business. It's not for the business.
We see through the hype. Call out the Warriors.
So don't you go saying that you're never going to see that. You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
For your
You are looking live at Till the Final with Phil, everybody. HG and Caveman in the house. And we've got a special guest in the building right now.
Terrified right now.
HG. We got Joel
I fear
back.
for my life.
H Train is back in the house.
Back with a vengeance.
You'll love to see it. It looks like you had a great time on that cruise, though. seeing those pictures, man. That looked like a sick time. Glad you're back in the studio, though. And we are glad to be back in for another day, second day in a row this week, talking sports with you guys. This college football playoff just came out after week 12, and I think this kind of got shaken up out of in a way different scenario than we thought
Yeah.
on yesterday's episode.
I'm looking at the college football playoff rankings. I mean, JMU, nowhere to be seen. The disrespect to the group of five right there. They got Tulane, which, I mean, like, Tulane's having a very good season. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I'm just a little shocked that we're getting no love for JMU.
I know. That is just crazy.
They're over here. They're 8-1, 9-1 on the season. They're 7-0 in their conference. Like they aren't even making it into the rankings. Is it their schedule? Like
They had the highest odds to be the 12 seed last week.
Yeah.
Didn't make it in. Had again high odds to make the 12 seed, didn't get it.
Lone loss was on the road at Louisville. I mean, I guess it hasn't been maybe the absolute gauntlet of a schedule, but like their best wins probably beating like Marshall or Marshall's not even really that good. I guess it's just got to be the schedule.
Yeah. It kind of sucks about the Sun Belt conference being so bad.
I mean, they've been just, for the most part, just dominating everyone they play. Only really a couple of one possession games against some of those opponents, like Georgia State for 14-7. They beat Louisiana only by 10, not like 25 or more. Like they did some of these other teams. Just let's see what Tulane's schedule is. Like,
I want to know who they lost to. It's like, if James Madison wins that game against Louisville, are they still out?
Right. Let's see who Tulane's beat. Okay, so they do have a power conference victory. They beat Northwestern. Oh, and they beat Duke. All right. That makes a little more sense. Okay.
That's fair.
We might have gotten caught up on the JMU hype train. Their only loss, or one of their only losses, is to Old Miss. So their other ones to UTSA, though. They got crushed by UTSA. They lost 48-26. Then they bounced that week. Then they bounced back. They beat Memphis on the road. They beat FIU. All right. I mean, I can see it. They certainly do have a better resume than JMU. JMU does just have a better record.
I think the craziest thing is BYU being the first team out.
Right.
Kind of disrespectful to the Big 12.
BYU, I'm like over here, I'm leaning more towards Bama, or not BYU over Bama. Because Bama's projected at 10. Let's see, we got Miami at 11.
I think they only set it up like this so they could have that one ACC team in. Like,
I'm not seeing Georgia Tech on here at all, which is crazy to me. On this projected bracket, don't make sense. Because let's see, where do they have Georgia Tech? Do they even have them on here? Yeah, they're
higher.
They're at 16.
How is it?
But Miami's above them.
How is Miami ranked 13?
This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, man. Did you look at the AP polls and everything, like, and Georgia Tech's like 12 on that one, but then they drop all the way. They're 16 on here. They didn't move from where they were last week. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, are they saying that okay, they lost to NC State and then Miami beat NC State by a lot? That's why they're up here. I guess. I mean, I'm guessing that's why. They've got some impressive wins. They got the win against Clemson. They've got that win against Duke on the road. Beat Wake Forest, who's been pretty good this season. All right. I mean, I think Georgia Tech is just because Miami has had a bit of a tougher schedule and only one extra loss. That might be why they're getting favored over here. Because they do have wins over
Yeah.
Notre Dame, South Florida, Florida State.
It's like, how did that team even go from where were they at? Are they on the AP 12?
Miami?
No, Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech. Yeah, they're 12 on the
12 on the
coaches
AP
poll.
poll or the coaches poll and 16 on the playoff? That's just weird.
Yeah, this is confusing to me.
No, man. I hope Georgia Tech beats Georgia now.
I think
For this
that's what it's going to
disrespect.
take. I think they're going to have to win out. They're going to have to beat Pitt and they're going to have to beat Georgia to get some recognition. We did have a shakeup in the top 5 here. So obviously, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, none of them changed places, but Georgia jumping up into the 4th spot. However, if they drop one and Texas Tech wins out, I think Texas Tech gets that bye week.
That bye. Yeah.
I mean, they just to finish their season, they just got to beat Virginia Tech and then whoever they're going to play in the Big Ten championship, potentially BYU. Good chance that Georgia's sitting at 2 losses, but I mean, I feel like BYU might be out for some revenge. There could be a chance that Texas Tech is sitting at 2 losses as well. Would that give Old Miss? Because I mean, I don't know if they're going to even necessarily make the ACC or not the SEC championship. I mean, it still really looks like it's between Bama and A&M at this point. Maybe Georgia jumps in there if Bama gets upsetted, but if Bama loses, and I think Old Miss would need Georgia and Alabama to both lose. I think they need Bama to lose twice, which isn't super likely to happen. God,
That's weird, man. I'm okay with Oklahoma, Notre Dame at 9 and 8. Because Oklahoma's schedule has been insane.
Yeah.
They've had one of the toughest schedules all year.
And I mean, I'm actually pretty
rankings.
I'm okay with Tulane being in there as a group of 5 team. They actually do have a really good squad.
I don't.
If you remember BYU's old quarterback Jake Retzloff, he transferred there after he got in trouble for not being very Mormon like at BYU. I forget what it was, but
well, he went straight to the South.
Yeah, having himself a solid season down there at Tulane. He's leading his team in rushing yards as well as passing yards. He's got 12 passing touchdowns and 11 rushing touchdowns on the season. Pretty solid. All right, so the top 4, top 6, even 7 really makes sense to me. 8 and 9, that makes sense. So these matchups are, Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana, Texas A&M on your buys. Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama. I don't know. We'll see how Bama finishes that season out. I'm not so sure on how they're going to do to finish out the season. So I really think if they've got 3 losses and BYU only has 2, like let's say they lose again to Texas Tech in the Big 12 championship, I think you got to go BYU there.
Oh yeah, easily.
And if Georgia Tech wins out, that might hurt Miami's chances. Because like if Georgia Tech wins out, they're obviously going to the ACC championship. They win that, they're qualifying. I think Miami's just out of it then. And then you would be replacing Miami with that.
Yeah, they're the first team. They were the first team out in the ACC.
Just so everyone can actually see what the matchups we're talking about. I'm gonna
the first team out was BYU
screen share
for the Big 12 was because Texas Tech made it in the top 5 and not in that top 4. So it potentially could have been BYU at the 5.
Yeah, I feel like the SEC bias might be worse this season because there was so much outrage over an extra SEC team not making it this year or last year.
Yeah, last year everyone was complaining.
Like I said, I do not envy the committee because
millions of good teams to choose this year.
I just think no matter what you do, somebody's getting left out.
Yeah, and their fan base is not going to be happy.
Man, like, because even you like I like Utah too. That they have and Vanderbilt have a good shot of not making it, and I think they both have some good cases with the way they've been playing. USC, like it's going to be tough for them to get in there. But if they can beat Oregon, that would really shake things up. Actually,
Miami only gets that 11 seed though if they win the conference.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I figured it would just be the 12 seed this year, but Miami's not safe yet. They're not 100% in it.
Right, it looks like that's what they're saying down here. They need to be the 4th highest ranked conference champion, 5th highest ranked. This is also all just based off of projection and who they think is going to win and where they're going to be ranked.
There's still a couple weeks left of the season and the conference championship game.
And we're forgetting about Virginia. Like Virginia is certainly not out of this either.
No, it's really we got.
I think Virginia
ACC winner is going to make it in, and another Group of 5 winner, probably in the American, is going to make it.
Let's see. Yeah, Georgia Tech's got a real difficult schedule to close out. That's fair. But Virginia, they just have Virginia Tech to close it out. So, I mean, I think there's a good shot the Cavaliers.
They got the game on a bye week, too. That's going to be the last week of the season, like the Army-Navy game.
Yeah. I think it's just the week before Army-Navy, but I think they're in it. They're in the ACC championship. And then, I mean, like Miami's still sitting at 2 conference losses in the ACC is the problem. Now, Pitt is one of those teams ahead of them, and Pitt's got to play Georgia Tech and Miami to end the season. So I think Pitt's probably dropping out of that. I could really see Pitt losing both of those games.
Yeah.
However, SMU is the other squad that they got to worry about. SMU's got Louisville and Cal. So by no means give me games, but it's a bit more favorable. Louisville's been struggling recently. And that's a home game. I mean, they've dropped some. They'll probably be looking for a bounce back, definitely. But I mean, they're up to, or I think where's Louisville's conference record? They're 4-3 in the conference, so they don't have a chance. Yeah. Louisville will be definitely looking to play some spoiler for sure. And like Cal's a pretty solid team there too. And that's a road game. Could be difficult.
The ACC is going to be
like I really think, I mean, I really think there's probably a better shot of SMU sneaking in there somehow over Miami getting in there
Yeah.
and winning it. Miami's closed down for Virginia Tech and Pitt. Which, okay. That's a pretty doable
That is doable.
close out there. Got it. The ACC, that's just where all this chaos is. I mean, I don't.
It's gonna be a bloodbath. Like Texas, all these SEC schools, top 5, they're just dominant. They've been winning everything, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
And
but
here's
this,
the thing,
it's just a fight for the 11 seed.
there's a possibility
My
where
gosh.
like all these teams, like the top 5 teams, all have a meltdown, and like the top 4 all lose out, and Miami drops a game, and all of a sudden you've got Duke winning out and sneaking back in there, like it, because they're only at 2 conference losses, and they've got Wake Forest and North Carolina to end the year.
Those are winnable. Wake Forest has been kind of tough. They've been giving some fits this year.
Definitely, they shocked Virginia, but there we go. And here's that projected bracket we were talking about for everyone to take a look at what these projected first round matchups are. Yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on this. On what these first round matchups are. And then down here we've got basically the top 25 list. I'll go slowly so everyone can kind of get a shot to read this. But yeah. I don't know. So a little strange. Not what I thought.
Not at all what I thought we were gonna see.
Dude, I think you give it just a week's time, and this is going to be a totally different, like looking bracket. Like I think there's a chance, like maybe we don't see Alabama on here, or like Georgia's dropped out of the top 5. Miami could be out of here.
Yeah, because if Alabama loses the Iron Bowl, like, watch out for your spot to get taken by Vanderbilt.
Right.
But the Vanderbilt needs so many teams to lose. They're a really good team, but they still need Miami to drop that game to Pitt. And they need BYU to just completely be out of the conversation for the Big 12 championship. They need BYU to lose to Cincinnati this weekend.
Yeah. If Oklahoma
straight up chaos
gets upset by Missouri,
that could open the door too.
Like Oklahoma could be out of it. And that's a very losable game for the Sooners. I mean, I would say I think they got it right up until about 9. And then after that, for me, I'm leaning more towards I really think Bama's going to slip up one more time. I don't know. They've looked really rough the past few weeks. Now I'm losing a lot of confidence in them. And I really don't think Miami wins the ACC. I would put Georgia Tech over Virginia there. Either or seems more likely to me.
Yeah. I think I like Oregon at 7, but they have to play USC still.
Right.
And as long as USC wins, they just got to avoid an embarrassing home loss to UCLA in the last game of the year. That's all they have to avoid if they beat Oregon.
Right. Oregon definitely, they don't have a cakewalk to the finish line, that's for sure, because they've got USC this weekend. That's a big home game for them at least. But then it's a rivalry game at Washington.
That's classic Pac-12 right there.
Big trap game there. Washington's been pretty good at home this season. And again, like it's a rivalry game, so like weird things, weird things can happen. I believe Washington is their only loss at home this season was to Ohio State. That was honestly one of Ohio State's worst games offensively. But besides Ohio State, Washington's undefeated at home. So I mean, crap. There's a way the Ducks aren't even in this thing.
Watch out for Navy to make it at the 12, because out of the 4 teams in the top, they have the best win against South Florida, and they lost to Notre Dame, which is the best team out of James Madison and North Texas. But Navy did lose to North Texas, so they pretty much need them to lose.
Yeah,
And
it does
Tulane.
seem by I think the committee's own admission, it does seem like whoever they pick as that group of 5 team is whoever wins the American.
Yeah.
So sorry, JMU fans, but I don't think it's happening.
This year. Not this year. Maybe next year they can get they ramp up their non-conference.
Yeah.
And win those ones like they did this year. They can be right in it.
They really seem to be favoring the American, who still got 4 teams that could come out of it. I don't know. Do we think somebody else could sneak in there? Probably not from Conference USA. Maybe the Mountain West again.
That's true.
I still think they're leaning more towards the American, but the Aztecs, they've got a pretty elite defense. It's just like their 2 losses aren't great. I mean, they lost pretty badly to Washington State and to Hawaii, which I think might hurt their chances, but they've got a pretty good record. They maybe have a shot to sneak in there. But yeah, given saying Tulane to win the conference, I'm honestly leaning more towards like North Texas though, or Navy. And Tulane's got an easy schedule to finish it, Temple and Charlotte. I think they could be in for a battle against either North Texas or Navy here. All right. Well, there's so much chaos around this. I don't think we're even like there's going to be some major shakeups. This is just so hard to predict here. A decent projection. We'll see. I could see at least 3 of these teams though not being here the next time we take a look at the bracket.
It only gets crazier and crazier from here.
Yeah.
The next 2 weeks.
Who do we drop in the comments who you think is winning winning out the conference and who's making it to the college football playoff? I mean, at this point, the only things I'm sure of are the top 5 teams currently. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and Georgia. Those are the only ones I'm sure of. Well, and Ole Miss. I'm pretty sure of Ole Miss. So, but like the top 6 teams in the country, those are about the only ones I have a ton of confidence in that they are definitely making it. Everyone else,
we don't even know.
I don't know.
We got the next 2 weeks to decide that.
We've got at least 50% of the pool. 50% of the pool that I think with all the chaos we've seen. I mean, upsets have been really ramped up this season. There's just a lot of teams losing games that you would expect them to win. So it is going to be a fantastic few final weeks to finish out this season. That's for sure. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to go ahead and hit our first music break, but when we come back, we're going to jump into some NBA talk. Nuggets got their first home loss of the season. Me and Caveman were both there to witness it live. We're going to have a breakdown of that coming up. Plus, more men's college hoop as the season ramps up. So stay with us here until the final whistle on the Military Broadcast Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air.